It's a crisp morning along Utah's Wasatch Front, just moments away from world-class fly fishing. Three friends are plotting the final stages of a rather adventurous expedition. Today's trip will take this trio deep into the mountains, a place where few anglers ever traverse due to the rough terrain and far fewer camera crews.
It's extremely difficult trying to carry 50+ pounds of camera equipment on your back, 2.5-hour hike. Hopefully, all of this will be worth it.
Meet Todd McChesney, Jeff Jones, and Scott Thomas. By day, these men run a successful financial planning business in Utah, but also by day, and sometimes by night, they are avid fly fishermen. But they aren't your average anglers.
The places we go, guide services don't go. It's not necessarily the quantity of the fish, maybe the quality of the fish. You know, fish that aren't caught very often, that are beautiful and pristine.
Today's destination is rare. It's on a map and most locals have heard of it, but this is a stretch of water most avoid because once the trail ends, the need for physical endurance begins.
Jeff and I worked at the same firm years ago and started fishing together, and he told me about this place that he said, it's just unbelievable, I got to take you down there. And we just started going down there, and I had heard of the area, but had never heard of down in the canyon where he went. And he's still to this day the only other person I know that's really ever gone in there.
There is no trail for the last 1.5 miles, which is only the beginning of 4 rugged miles of upstream fishing. At the end of the day, there's another 2-mile hike out, which is also uphill. But there's a great reason for all this extra effort.
After 2 or 3 times fell in love with the place. 1, it being very remote, and 2, the fish in there are absolutely perfect specimens. There's not a lot of makeup on their lips, they haven't been hooked a lot, their fins are in perfect shape, and they're always really healthy.
The angler must be prepared, and today, so must our camera crew.
Those guys, you gotta hand it to them. I could have trained for 3 weeks to do that and still had a hard time. They do this at least once a week. I'm just glad we made it out.
Once the team arrives at what we will call base camp, a second car is driven to the ending point. The 2 drivers saw what the rest of the team didn't: snow at the higher elevation. It will be 10 o'clock and 32 degrees when anyone sees that vehicle again. Back down the mountain, our team takes off on what is a deceptively easy hike, masking the difficulty which awaits. But fairly soon, the maintained path ends, and that's when the fun begins. The last plunge is about a 1,000-foot drop to the first fishing area. It is so steep that it is rightfully named the point of no return. Climbing back up is not an option, so the only way out is either upstream or downstream. You fish your way out. Right around 2 o'clock, the team gets ready. Jeff has found the actual bugs, and the hatch match has begun.
These right here, those 2 they're all stoneflies. We've got kind of an olive, so we're gonna go with like an olive colored hare's ear. These are just little stoneflies, and we've seen them in here this size up to probably as long as your thumb. So we're gonna kind of fish different variations, size and color off of these little stoneflies. That's kind of, you know, everything from...
We're gonna fish this as well.
Yeah, and a San Juan worm. We actually just looked in the water, and there's a bunch of worms in there as well. So we'll fish up to this bigger stuff, size 12s and 14s. And then I bought these. It's just a big Prince nymph with an orange head, just for the kind of the murky water. Just something that we can use as an attractor. So we'll probably fish 2 or 3 flies each, starting with a big attractor and a couple of these trailing it. That's a crane fly larvae. This big one right here. They were full of those a couple weeks ago, so we're going to try those out as well. Try some bigger stuff, some smaller stuff, and see what works. Just a little black stone fly. Okay, Jeff, I'm going right here.
Wait a second.
Okay. Okay, just hand the camera over to us.
I don't think they really understood what they were getting into. I think we were as forthright as we could have been to what could have laid ahead of them, but it's tough, and hopefully they'll echo that sentiment. To their credit, they had camera gear and backpacks and other things that we didn't and usually don't. But yeah, I guess I worried about them a little bit.
American Fly Guide is brought to you by Patagonia, by Temple Fork Outfitters, by Entova Cameras, and by Pettigene Meats. This is American Fly Guide, and today we feature a group of die-hard anglers who thrive on nature's challenges.
We like the idea of doing stuff that the average person won't do. Most people will not hike in for a mile or two. Most people will not drop down 1,000 or 2,000 vertical feet to get into a canyon. Most people will not do an hour hike, you know, a 1.5 hour hike uphill, you know, on a trail or a road to get out. They want to park their car across the street. They want to put their waders on, walk into the water, be fishing within 5 minutes. That's great. We like that as well. But you know, if we want to get away and get remote and do something a little more challenging, we like the hike.
Meet Jeff Jones.
I've never met anybody that just has more of a knack for catching fish than Jeff. I mean, it doesn't matter where we go. Just always been that way, and still to this day, Jeff just catches fish, so he's the fish whisperer.
The team looks to Jeff for his insights as the day goes along. They've already identified 3 types of hatches: crane fly larvae, stone flies, and the San Juan worm.
Just kind of work from left to right, right to left. Cover the water, okay. This small guy, little brown. Now let's see what he took. So these browns in here love San Juan worms. This little San Juan worm we tie up just with red wire. Really, really durable. Pinch the hook, the barb, and make sure they get off easy. Huh, timber trout. Hey, does that mean that you're buying lunch?
That stick, man, those sticks love San Juans too.
Do they? What was that, like 18, 20 inches?
Just thin.
It's been a hard winter. What's interesting about this water is you have 2 or 3 casts per pocket, and once you cast 2 or 3 times, especially if you land a fish, you just move right on. This little river has so much aquatic life in it and so many fish in it that it's just worth looking at spending a little bit of time and moving right on. Otherwise, you can see this looks fantastic. A lot of fishermen would stay here for 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes, like a traditional trout stream, and just go methodically through the whole thing. Our experience has been, we take, what, 3 or 4 casts, you don't catch it, jump out, and there's so much water like this all the way up that there's plenty of fishable stream.
What did that one take?
Took the San Juan. Okay, I'm gonna jump over, yeah?
Okay, but let me hang on to you, because dude, that's slippery.
You guys just get over there, then we'll hand the camera over.
Oh, we can do that too.
Yeah, I'd hand the camera. You guys get over.
Okay, Jeff, I'm going right here.
Okay, just a second.
Okay. Okay, just hand the camera over to us.
Sure, just hand the camera over to us, they say.
Are these guys nuts? I've got probably, $8,000 on my back, and they're wanting me to jump across this thing.
I think we did that probably 50 or 60 times.
This should be an automatic, shouldn't it?
Yep.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh! Did you see him?
Did you see him?
Did you see him?
Yeah.
Oh!
Again!
2 of them. They're not very hard takes, man. It's awfully subtle. That's not so subtle. That's either a. That looks like a cut or a bow. Nice little brown.
Yeah, they're still a little sleepy.
These takes down here, I mean, it's little subtle takes. It's not like they're hammering it.
And these fish that are in there are looking for something that comes in quick, and they react to it once or twice, and then you move on.
American Fly Guide is brought to you by Pettigene Meats, by Patagonia, by Temple Fork Outfitters, and by Intova Cameras.
That's the spot right there. Boom. Right there, right there, right there. Right there.
Nice.
Oh, that was a good fish.
That was a good fish too, yeah.
The anglers spend the day leapfrogging each other from one pocket to the next, working their way up 4 miles of pristine and rarely fished stream.
The traditional western streams that I fish and that I fish with Todd and Scott quite a bit are just traditional free-flowing streams. Lots of runs and lots of seams and times where you can actually put your fly in and actually see something develop. This is all pocket water that's a lot of times less than 5 feet across, 5 feet deep. Usually comes between a couple stones, goes deep quick, and then goes on to the next pool. And so you have a certain amount of time that you need to get your fly in the right spot. It has to be accurate, it has to be quick, and these fish that are in there are looking for something that comes in quick, and they react to it once or twice, and then you move on.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's a cut.
Uh-oh.
I think the water's clearing up.
Yeah, I do too. San Juan worm, one more time. Bonneville cutthroat. So remember, brown, cutthroat, rainbow for a grand slam. Little brown right on that seam. Oh, and he took that little crane fly larva right on the seam. We've seen a lot of that in the water today.
The thing that makes that so fun is there is a brown, a trout behind every one of those rocks, in every pocket.
It's a good one.
And in the summertime, when they're looking up and there's a lot of terrestrials out, we can just go and pick our way up there. But it literally is, you'll never make a cast more than 10 feet, 15 feet, using short leaders, lightweight rods. And it's just the most unique place, and it really forces you to be very accurate on your casting, just pinpoint on your casting.
That's a classic hopper dropper. They'll come up and look at the dry and take the fish that's behind it. Dude, I'll tell you what, I love these rods. I mean, for throwing nymphs, I don't know, but this has been fantastic. Just super, super light and quick. You know what I mean?
Today we're using the Temple Fork BVK rod. It's a 4-piece, 8-foot, 6-inch, 4-weight. It's easy to pack in. As you can see, the stream we're fishing today isn't that big. One of the things we see over and over and over is somebody using too big of a rod, too small of a rod for the river situation they're in. This is perfect. It's a little bit fast action, which is great for today because we're throwing some heavier weighted nymphs. We have a indicator on there, and so we need that extra oomph, that extra spine that this BVK has. It's a great rod. We've fished every rod out there, and I dare say for the money, this is one of the best rods I've ever thrown.
Here in the outdoors, we love our natural snacks. We need that energy. I want to tell you about a great product from our friends at Pettigene Meats. This is the special Mossy Oak gift boxes. You can log on to pjmeats.com and get some of the absolute best tasting bacon to go along with ham and summer sausages. Get that gift idea today.
What's interesting is many times Scott and I will go through and we know in different pieces of pocket water about what type of fish is going to be in there. One, because we've usually caught one or two in there before, but you know, pristine pocket water commands a pristine, very aggressive fish to actually keep the younger, smaller fish out and maintain his territory.
Very nice. Brown on the San Juan?
Yep, San Juan.
Yeah. Nice little brownie.
Is that a good fish?
Nice. Oh, it's Cuddy. It's Cuddy.
Nice little cut.
Oh. See his jaw? Beauty. Nice one. What do you take?
Can't tell.
Another brown on the crane fly larva. Perfect fins. No ripped lips.
He's gonna smack another one right here. Like that.
Woo!
Turn it on now, isn't it?
Yeah. Told you should have gone up there.
Another brown. Crane fly.
So the day is complete, almost. The high mountain stream produced plenty of browns and cutthroats, but one fish remains for a slam, the elusive rainbow. As the sun begins to set, Scott and Jeff hustle through the underbrush to an area known as Rainbow Row. Scott lands one more fish, but not the rainbow. Jeff works the clock faithfully, but in the end, darkness claims the sky and the day draws to a close. No slam, but we all enjoyed an amazing and very unique day on the water.
And those are our favorite days, to just be able to go and have an all-day adventure, hike in, hike out. Typically the fishing's been very good, and that's part of the fun, is getting in and out.
And that's one of the reasons why I like fishing with Jeff and Scott, is because they know how to do that. They know how to read water, they know how to cast, they know how to look at the bugs. They can grab bugs out of the air and say, "Oh, I've got that. Let me grab my fly box and let's mimic that bug, and let's go after the fish."
I count myself lucky to be part of a great population of people, fly fishermen, and wherever you may be. And you know, to share this art form that we all know and love and continually try to master but will never master is a great quest in life, and I'm happy to keep trying.